Hello, everyone. In this conversation today, we have a very dear friend of mine with me, Mr. Shubham Dumbre, who is a multitasker for sure. He is an entrepreneur, an author, a working professional, a student, and also above that, a very good friend of mine. So he was considerate enough that he agreed to have a conversation with me. And in this conversation, especially, we'll be talking about his first book, which is Decoding Zindagi. In this book, he has decoded a lot of life matters, a lot of confusions of us youngsters. So, especially, we'll be focusing on that. So, hi, Shubham. Thank you so much for doing this with us.
Hi, Aanchal. Hi. Thank you very much for having me here.
Okay, so thank you. And let's start like my doubts, my questions, and I think these will be beneficial for all our listeners too. So tell me about this, like why decoding Zindagi, or like what was your motivation behind writing this book?
So, Aanchal, to be honest with you, I am a very shy person. Like, I forget a lot. And many a times, whenever I get a chance to interact with people, I give out a lot many thoughts, beautiful ideas, concepts. And somewhere or the other, when you ask me the same concept again in future, I forget it. Now, this was the primary reason where I thought that I should articulate all my thoughts into a defined manner in a well crafted format. And the need to document my thoughts was something that drove me towards writing Decoding Zindagi. So, just to sum it up, I could say that I have documented all my thoughts in a poetic format in the form of Decoding Zindagi.
That's amazing, and I must say that you have truly created a legacy for yourself. So congratulations for that. And my next question is, I think the word decoding zindagi, like it has zindagi in it. So it is a very broad term. So do you think, or like, can I understand that a 23-year-old has decoded his zindagi?
First of all, thank you for highlighting my age, that I'm too young to write a book like Decoding Zindagi. But honestly speaking, that I learned a truth of life at a funeral. So I lost one of my closed ones, and at that spot, at that instance, I realized that we just cannot wait for a moment to come and then we start expressing ourselves. So whenever you get a chance to express, to do something, to explore world, to live your life, just do it today, because I live on that philosophy that future is the present that you get from the past.
Wow.
So that was the like ultimate line for me. And you cannot rule out the possibilities for Decoding Zindagi Part 2, Part 3 in the coming years, of course, because I also happen to be a Hollywood fan of Mission Impossible and other series. So definitely, like, there can be other parts to the segment. And yes, as I can also sum it up, that with every new part, there'll be a set of newer experiences. I would say a set of newer experiments. And yes, the purest of expressions.
That's amazing, and I'm already looking forward to the upcoming versions of it. So, yeah. And like, I would try to understand because this was your first experience. So, what was your motive or what was your target audience before the launch of the book? And has it changed over time, like after the launch of the book, after the experiences or the, I think the feedbacks you have got, like, is your target audience changed now or is it still the same? Like, who are your regular readers?
Yeah, so like truly, like at the very first instance when I thought of writing this, so before that I had never written something so such big. Like, I had published some papers, some technical papers previously, had an experience with writing blogs, but a book was a totally different plot for me. So at the very initial phase, I did not have any such assumptions about target audience and all. I just thought of giving it out, whatever was within me in terms of my expressions, in terms of my thoughts, and that too in a well crafted format, of course. So there was no such target audience at the beginning. Later, after publishing the book, I realized when I got feedbacks that the experienced people who are like ahead of me in their life journeys are able to relate to my thoughts in a better manner with those poetries which I have like written. And yes, the younger ones, the ones who are like with me in this generation, the Gen Zs or millennials, what you call it, so these people are able to relate to those examples and observations, minute observations, which I have combined in this particular book. So this book is not just reaching out to the elder ones or the younger ones, but it is more popular because of its freshness, because of its poetic nature, And yes, as you said that you completed the book in one single reading, so it is very precise. It's like a coffee table book, which you would really love to like go through all at once.
Yeah, that's true. And as you mentioned, that I have finished it in one sitting. And the major reason was because it is extremely versatile. As you mentioned, it has a lot of word plays in it. So that brings me to my next question, which is it has a lot of versatility. So, like, are you also a versatile human being, or is this versatility focused to your writing only?
See, Anchal, like I am a person who wants to get out of my comfort zone each and every time I reach my comfort zone. The problem with people like us is that if we get fame at the very initial phase, we might
Mhm.
think that now this is the full stop, but no, this is not even a comma. And in order to like succeed ahead, there should always be a constant push that will keep us driving, that will be a driving force in order to like uh, make our better versions ahead in future. So
Yeah.
my attempt is always to like try new ideas, experiment with new talents, and learn from people always. Now, talking about versatility, yes, you can call it versatility, or I call it the practice to be the practice towards excellence. Like, if I have to term it in simple words,
Mhm.
is my attempt to get to the better version of myself so that I can be the best one at some point of my life.
That's amazing, and thank you for highlighting the comfort zone because I think that is the most dangerous part, and a lot of us do not understand that. We fail to understand that. So, yeah, you are very much true in this case. So, Shubham, you have written a book now. You have been working on a lot of content. So, I would really want to know what's next in line right now.
So, just after completing my book, Decoding Zindagi, in a
Yeah.
span of like around 6 months ahead, I finished my second book. And now this book was supposed to be the first one, even before Decoding Zindagi. But
Mhm.
there was some part left, so I took a little more time to publish this one, titled as Let's Make IT Simple. So, Let's Make IT Simple is a book that has 2,500 plus smart information technology resources. It has taken me around 5 to 6 years of my experience in my
Wow.
life to like put in this book. And yes, this is really important for me because it is in line with my technical expertise. This is in line with the mission that I'm aligned towards of using free softwares and open source softwares. So that has like always been a driving force for me even from my early engineering days. So now my primary focus is to like make people aware about the free and open source resources. And
Yeah.
in addition to that, I have also used a lot of resources to create podcasts around decoding Zindagi and Let's Make IT Simple.
Hmm.
So believe me, like even writing this book itself was a huge task, a Herculean task, I could say. But
Mhm.
I did not even spend a single penny to do it. That was all possible with these free resources, open source resources, right from designing the cover of the book to publishing it out. It was all like done on my own, self-funded, no funding as such, I could say. It was self-initiated. Like the motivation behind this one was to do something on my own, and it really worked out.
Yeah.
So today I became an author just because I was aware of such tools and tech that could
Hmm.
help me to be an author, that could also help me to be a digital creator, and so much. There is a immense potential that is like in the ideas that are evolving around. There
Hmm.
is a lack of you say technical possibilities, technical support, which
Hmm.
is because of like lack of education, I could say, lack of awareness, I could say. And I'm trying to bridge that gap by means of my work ahead. So what next, as you asked me? So my next initiative is to like drive more and more people towards open source and free softwares and help them with such resources that could benefit them, that could give them that power to try out their ideas and come up with something beautiful that could help the mankind.
That's amazing. I mean, that's really commendable because you're coming out with something which everyone can get benefited from and also like free of cost. So we don't even have that kind of excuse that we don't have those kind of resources because everything is available on their own palms. So amazing. And yes, we also spoke about your word plays, a lot of like easy peasy things there. So why don't you give us a glimpse? Like हमारे लिए भी कुछ हो जाए please.
क्यों नहीं, जरूर. So I'll present a poetry from my book Decoding Zindagi. It is titled as Beauty, खूबसूरती. मैंने कायनात से पूछा, खूबसूरती क्या है, कहाँ है? वादों में, इरादों में या जज्बातों में? लफ्जों में, अल्फाजों में या यादों में? मोहब्बत में, नफरत में या जुनूनियत में? इबादत में, शहादत में या गनीमियत में? कायनात कुछ न बोली, हवा की बाहों में पत्तों संग वो डोली। महसूस हुआ जैसे कुछ कहना चाह रही है, वो सरसराती टहनियां, वो प्यारी सी तितलियां, उन बहती लहरों संग जिनको नहीं था गुमान, सब कुछ बहा ले जाने का, बिन कुछ बोले सब कुछ कह जाने का। ये क्षितिज मन को भी भा गया, दिल को भी रुला गया, और मैंने अपनी आंखें बंद कर खूबसूरती क्या है, कहाँ है, सही मायनों में जान ली। क्या आप जानना चाहोगे मुझे क्या जवाब आया था, आंचल जी?
बिल्कुल।
खूबसूरती वही है और खूबसूरती वही है जिसमें तू और तेरा जहां है. So that's about beauty, and there's also like some supportive content in the book related to खूबसूरती.
वाओ, इट्स ब्यूटीफुल एंड आई एम डैम श्योर बहुत सारे लोगों के सामने बहुत सारे चेहरे आ गए होंगे. So you are amazing. Like, this is really amazing. So, like, I think this brings me to the end of this conversation. And thank you so much, Shubham, for doing this. A lot of us have been inspired from all your work, from all you do, and also your intent behind it matters a lot. So, thank you for doing this for all of us, and thank you for this beautiful conversation. And we'll definitely catch up very, very soon with something brand new, something amazing again.
Definitely, Achal. I look forward to that opportunity, that experiment ahead. And thank you for having me here once again. It was fun to interact with you as always. So thank you very much.
Okay, let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
See ya.